Well, so much for not talking about Twitch again. I really didn't want to do this. I'm actually currently live trying to just talk about programming stuff, but as per usual, Twitch had other plans. Yesterday, Zach Bussey found a set of changes to the content and branding guidelines in the help docs on Twitch, which was not great. They had some weird new restrictions, including that sponsored content could only take up to 3% of the video feed on your stream. So like a tiny little box in the corner, editor's note, make a 3% box. And also, just like a bunch of arbitrary restrictions, like no audio ads, no baked in video ads. These changes would have fundamentally broken a ton of types of content on Twitch. Everything from charity events to big like award shows. A lot of the biggest things on Twitch have like 30-second to 2-minute ad breaks between events. All of that was deemed impossible with these changes. And Twitch's response was not great. They claimed that we were misunderstanding them because the language wasn't clear enough, which is such a cop-out for what was actually happening. It's honestly a little horrifying that that was the angle that they took. This is not the Twitch I know and love. It sucks to see. I have a whole separate video about why I quit my job at Twitch if you're curious, but that's not what I want to talk about right now. What I want to talk about is why Twitch is effectively dead, and I don't see another company showing up to take the torch. Twitch isn't profitable. At this point in time, they're burning a hell of a lot more money than they're earning. Even after the layoffs, there is so much cost inherent to serving live video across the world. We might look at the prices for AWS's video infra and say, oh, I bet Twitch is getting a great deal. And I'm sure they are, but it's not like a 10x difference. It's probably at best at 2x. It's horrifying to think at how many thousands of dollars a single XQC stream costs. They think 50-50 split is good because their costs are so high and they see themselves as the only solution. But that's not reality. The 50-50 split sucks because the streamer brings the viewer to the platform. I am live right now, so hell, we'll poll chat. How many people here started using Twitch more because of Primeagen or me? You either didn't have an account or you didn't use it much before. Drop a 1 in chat if you used Twitch significantly more because of Prime and because of me, or because of me. Half the people here or so are here because of us, not the other way around. And that's the thing other platforms have. People who watch my videos on YouTube were already watching YouTube. People who watch me on Twitch are often new to Twitch. We bring the viewers to the platform, and our reward for that is that Twitch takes half the money that we make from these viewers. All the people here who had a penguin are paying $5 to $25 a month for that penguin. And each of them has half the money taken from that transaction to go to Twitch. YouTube, 70-30 split. Patreon's 92%. Twitch has such a bad split in rev share model compared to everything else. That should be enough of a reason for us to pick up and leave. But honestly, the chat that I'm pointing at here is a big part of why I'm still here. The interactions, the experience I have with my audience is such an important part of how I run my community. But that can be replicated. If YouTube fixes their chat, it's good, it's fine. Even Kick and Rumble have decent chat experiences already. So why hasn't one of these other solutions taken over? Here's where I think the important second piece is. It's too expensive to do this if you don't own an ad platform. The only video ad networks that are adopted heavily enough to make money are Google's and Meta's. Those ad platforms have been built on decades of effort and research and micro-targeting of users. And if I'm an advertiser and I want to target gamers or developers or 16-year-olds who are getting their first car in Nebraska, that level of targeting is only possible if you have the data and the tooling, and you only have those things if you're Google or Facebook. So if I'm an advertiser looking to target a group of people, why would I learn your new advertising platform or even Twitch's new advertising platform instead of going directly to Google or Facebook like all of my competition is? It'd be a huge disadvantage for me as a company trying to advertise to not go with one of these bigger companies. It's just a hard sell. And this is something I see a lot. it doesn't seem viable for anybody, even Twitter or Twitch, to make an ad network powerful enough to make actual money from advertising. And that leaves us to the two companies that can do that, Facebook and Google. Google specifically does not seem to care a whole lot about live video. They hacked together a version that works and have proceeded to not iterate on it at all for like 5 years. The chat's not even a real live chat. It doesn't have a connection that sends messages down. They just refresh every 5 seconds to see if there's new messages. It's horrifying. Everything's done through polling. If you build a bot for YouTube chat, it will disconnect after 30 minutes because of how their connection tokens work. It's not built with a deep understanding or desire to make great live experiences. I think I know why. My suspicion is that live viewer behaviors and patterns were significantly worse than VOD viewers and traditional viewers of videos on YouTube. It's not Google's goal to make your YouTube session really long on one video. It's YouTube's goal to make you feel satisfied with your time on YouTube so you keep engaging and keep watching new videos. If you were to watch a video of mine on YouTube, there's a good chance you'll watch another video after. And if the video is not good, there's a good chance you'll scroll through the recommendations and pick something else. If you're watching a live stream and it gets boring, you don't look for another live stream. You certainly don't look for another video. You just close the app. This is a behavior we saw regularly at Twitch. The average Twitch viewer watched like 1.2 streams per session. The average YouTube viewer probably watches 5 videos a session. It's a fundamental difference that allows for levels of discovery, exposure, and more importantly, good experience for the user, because you'll look until you find the thing you're looking for. That doesn't work as well in live. I can't imagine that when YouTube looked at the numbers of live viewers versus traditional YouTube video viewers, that the behaviors and experiences they saw users having were compelling enough to keep investing in live. And that's why we've seen them walk back. Don't even get me started on Facebook gaming. They basically just gave up. They entirely stopped investing in the platform, which was their focused live stuff. And Instagram Live is a joke. It's not a real thing. And as such, we're left with the new crop, this new era of wannabe stream platforms that all kind of just look like bad Twitch clones. From Kick to Rumble to, God, what was the weird Chinese one I can't remember the name of? Trovo's the third one. All these platforms are desperate attempts to take what worked for Twitch a while back and hope that if we do it right, we can make money. Sadly, you can't. The raw cost of distributing high-quality live video is simply too high to not be able to make money off of every minute that a viewer is on the platform. And without a deep, focused advertising network, good luck. The only reason Kick can exist at all is how much money they're getting from the gambling companies that built the product. It's very closely tied with Stake, the gambling company that makes a bunch of money, and Kick's just a way for them to spend it and advertise the product. Without that, Kick wouldn't exist at all. As such, it is really, really hard to justify building a new live video platform. I've been sitting thinking about it for a long time. Obviously, I could go and build a Twitch competitor myself, but it doesn't make sense. The harsh reality is y'all are expensive, the viewers. Every one of you costs a certain amount of money to the servers and to the company providing the service. And without a guaranteed way to make enough money back, you're screwed. And the immediate response is going to be, well, charge the viewers then. Because that always works, right? Yeah. People don't pay for content they haven't experienced yet now. That's just not how the world works. They'll pay a subscription fee for something that has content they're already looking for, like Netflix or Spotify, but they're not going to pay to watch something they aren't sure about yet. So could I convert some number of my current viewers to come over with me to Twitch? Or could I convert some number of y'all Twitch viewers to come over with me to a new platform? Probably. But it'll be a small percentage. And I'd have to have enough of your money going to cover the platform costs that my split's still not going to look great. And as such, I'm beginning to think that live is less and less the future of video and more the future of deep community building. Because I'm not going to give y'all up. Like, having this direct experience to hang with y'all and interact and make awesome things is not something I'm going to throw away anytime soon. But I see the future being a smaller number of people hanging out here live and a bigger number of people watching the recorded videos from this live after. I make about half or more of my YouTube videos live on Twitch. I record them on my fancy camera here and then have my editors take them to pieces and make a good video out of it. But that's the only reason I can justify streaming right now. If it wasn't for the good content that we put out from the stream, this wouldn't be justifiable at all. So I, as a creator who worked on Twitch for 5 years and genuinely loved the platform, I might not be streaming next year. And that's really scary. And I'm far from the only person who feels that way. Over the last 365 days, there were fewer streamers who went live on Twitch than the 365 before. Some amount of that is obviously Twitch specifically not doing great at convincing people to use it. But the more important side is that live itself is kind of dying. The interest isn't there as much. A lot of it was a COVID phenomena that's dying down. It's hard to imagine what a better live platform would look like without having to think of a way for it to make money first. And I can't honestly say I see a future for a profitable live video platform that competes with the way Twitch used to work. I commend anybody trying to build it. It's exciting stuff, but I just don't see it happening anytime soon. This is why we have focused on building tools for creators and for developers rather than for scaling video infrastructure to millions of viewers. It's a very expensive problem to solve, and there isn't much to make from it. Good luck to anybody trying to build this. If you want to learn a bit more about why I quit my job at Twitch, I'll pin that video here. Subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate it a ton. Peace, nerds.